Welcome back to Irons United for another transfer roundup show. Today we have heard the news that we are all probably excited about, not probable, definitely excited about, is that we have sold Marko Arnautovic to Chinese super club Shanghai SIPG in a deal that's approximately £23 million, despite it being a horrible deal for the club. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, and he was causing problems. He's been causing problems for a long time at the club, and it was time that we tried to recoup some of the money. Unfortunately, if in January we had accepted the original offer, we would have walked out potentially with £20 million more, and maybe in the pursuit of Gomez gone and pushed for the Gomez deal back in January. But unfortunately, we offered the geezer a new contract, and that would have kept him at the club until 2023, giving him more wages per month. But it looks like he's got his way eventually. He joined West Ham from Stoke City for around £25 million back in July 2017, and he's made about 65 appearances for the club across competitions, scoring 22 goals with 22 assists. In the latter part of his career at West Ham, he did have a few injuries, although he did come back at the tail end of last season and perform reasonably well. That wasn't probably down to injuries, that was probably down to his attitude, and we all thought that maybe he had put that behind him when he came out and made that statement. But he obviously wanted out of the club. He wants to go and win trophies in China, and good luck to him not. So obviously it's been bubbling away underneath the surface, and he handed a transfer request in back in January. Him and his best mate, his agent, his brother, was talking for him on behalf of him, phoning up TalkSport, getting his points across that he wants to go and win silverware, wants to treble his salary, even though he never said that. Obviously everyone knows that's the reason why he is going to China. So good riddance. I'm all for forgive and forgetting to a certain extent. He came out and made the statement that he did when West Ham offered him the new contract. Obviously that was a statement, or he was told to do what he had to do because he was getting more money, and he was told by the club, put the statement out, get the fans to back you. Fortunately for West Ham fans, we can see through shit and crap, and that's what we've done. And on this occasion, Arnautovic has got his way, and it is a terrible deal for West Ham in terms of financial, but it has to go. And you know what? I don't care. He's gone. We need to move on from him, because if he doesn't want to play for our club, adios amigo. Not really arsed. He was a bad egg, and that's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. Like I said, he did sign a new deal with us, and then he came out and made that statement. The fans gave me the power, they gave me the energy, that's why I have to be here, and that's why I want to stay. You need to keep your mouth shut, mate. Keep your mouth shut. We were warned from Stoke fans that this would probably happen, and fair play to you guys, it did. I enjoyed the time while he played decent, in the games he did play and the goals he scored, and he was pivotal to some great goals and some great winning West Ham points. But he got his way in the end, and he has gone. So get your comments in below, let us know your thoughts on the Marko Arnautovic, and maybe we could put an end to that and maybe stop talking about him in our videos, because it's just getting boring. Where does that leave West Ham now? Lucas Perez is gone, Andy Carroll is gone, Arnautovic is gone. It leaves Chicharito and Jordan Hugo. But the rumours are that clubs are interested in Hernandez. If that happens and turns into something, I'm not too sure, because currently we're not starting the season with Hugo and Chicharito, so I believe in Pellegrini and Husilos, what they're gonna do and what they're gonna bring in. I do believe that we'll get Gomez. I do believe they've apparently met the transfer fee for Celta Vigo. A lot of people are going on saying that he doesn't want to come to England, but I don't really massively believe that. Let's just see what happens when he is wearing the shirt of the club he wants to choose to come to. And I pray and hope if Pellegrini gets his man, I'll back him 100%, and Maxi Gomez comes and plays for West Ham. Let me know your thoughts on what you think of the Maxi Gomez saga. Be interesting one to see if Chicharito stays. I'm a big fan. I can't say I am a fan of the player when he plays well and when a team plays to his strengths, and maybe Pellegrini sees an opportunity to keep him, because if he goes, we're left with Hugo and we don't have any other signings. We can't start the season with 1 or 2 strikers. So we all know we're going to be bringing in strikers, and ideally for me it'd be Maxi Gomez, it would be Rondon, who's, again, you've seen from Stell's show, potentially rumoured to go to China, but that could be hit with a snag. And Balotelli, but we'll do another video on that. I think we've done one before, so make sure you keep an eye on the channel regarding Balotelli. But if not one of them, then keep Hernandez, have Maxi Gomez and Rondon, which would be a great forward line, and maybe I ideally would like one more to come in on top of that. But we'll see. It's an interesting possibly next 48 hours, 24 hours. Keep an eye on all our social media accounts to see what the news is, because I've got a feeling we're going to be breaking some news with a big signing coming in. Fingers crossed it's going to be the Uruguayan Maxi Gomez. Other news that we did miss out on talking about yesterday was apparently there's like 6 or 7 Italian clubs interested in Pedro Obiang. Fair play to Pedro Obiang. He is a brilliant professional. He has not spoken out. He's not going on social media making big comments saying he wants to leave. If he wants to leave, fair play, he's going about it the right way. He's made over 90 appearances for the club since West Ham signed him from Sampdoria for approximately €6 million, and the rumour is that if we do sell him, he could bring in about £10 million ish, and that would help towards the transfer kitty. And I do like Obiang, but I do believe he blew hot and cold over the last 2 seasons, and a lot of the Noble haters out there suddenly forgot that the fact that Obiang didn't perform on several games, and in actual fact Noble was outperforming a lot of our players in the midfield. So I'll never forget the video that West Ham released of David Moyes showing Pedro Obiang some basic skills in football. I thought that was a little bit embarrassing, because we all know that Pedro Obiang was capable of doing a job that when he was brought in, but unfortunately he did blow hot and cold near the end of his career. But if he does go, never forget that goal, never forget that rocket against Tottenham. What an unbelievable goal that was. Get your comments in below, let us know your thoughts on Obiang, whether you think he should go, how much we should get for him. Do you agree that would he be missed? I'm not so sure. It'd be good to add some more money to that transfer kitty. But, you know, message to the board, you've got money, go and spend it, go and get the players you want, stop this. You know, I get negotiation to a certain extent, but if it's to the detriment of West Ham, you're going to lose it in players you want, or lose it in players that Husilis and Pellegrini want, then just get the dotted line signed, get it done, get the deal done. Anton, hit the like, hit the share, subscribe to the channel, you know the score, get the comments in below. Come on, you Irons.